People believe that this guy is a time traveler because of the videos that he's been posting. Like this one right here where he says he went to a Taco Bell from 1984.
Guys, I am here in
Alaska to the United States was illegitimate. Illegitimate? Illegitimate. Like a baby? Like a newborn baby. God damn. But that don't mean he coming for Alaska, though. The fuck you mean? Hold on. The man is literally in somebody else's country trying to take piece of their country. He took the time to sign.
The Maui police chief is the same man who was in charge in Las Vegas during that massacre that killed 58 people. Is it a coincidence that the Maui property, owned by million and billionaires, it wasn't touched by the flames while homes of the locals all burned?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you. Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So I was sent a list of videos to react to from my TikTok followers. So I decided to share with you guys here. Let's get into it. The first video is of a gentleman who claims to be a time traveler. And he's been going to a lot of interesting places that shouldn't even be available to go to anymore. Like they shouldn't exist anymore. So he is claiming to be a time traveler. He actually went back to New York where the Twin Towers were, and he shows proof of him being there for real. So let's debunk this video to see whether or not this is actually true. Let's get into it. I won't take any more of your time. Let's react and let me know what you think in the comment section below, okay?
Excuse me, sir. Hey, do you know what year it is today?
1998. Why?
Guys, I'm in 1998. As you can tell behind me, I'm at Pizza Hut in 1998. I'm going to show you what Pizza Hut looks like. This is going to blow your freaking mind. Let me show you something. Guys, how do you deny this? I'm literally here, guys. I mean, the salad bar at Pizza Hut. You haven't seen this since like 2000. Guys, look at these lamps. I mean, I'm literally here, guys. Check it out. Oh my God, look at the old dining experience. Let me show you something that's going to really blow your mind. Check this out. You haven't seen this in a long time. Guys, we even have an old school arcade. Well, it's not old school right now. It's old school to me. One of them's from 96 and the other one's from 94. Let me go ask someone what year it is. 1 second, watch.
This is known as the most convincing case of time travel in the history of the world. Sergei Ponomarenko was just a guy who appeared literally out of nowhere in 2006. He was dressed up in really old clothing, he had this really old looking camera, so he claimed that he was just walking down the street with his girlfriend. They were taking pictures, and he looked up and he saw a UFO. And he saw this giant flash of light when he tried to take a picture, and suddenly he was in the year 2006. So after doing some research into this, the cops were like, you gotta show us some type of proof that you're from the year you say you are. And he said, okay, fine, we'll check the photos on my camera. So there was film in the camera that was undeveloped. When they developed the film, it showed photos of this girl and this guy that it looked like they were taken in the 1950s in Kiev. And so when they were like, okay, who's this girl in the photos? He was like, that's my girlfriend. So they were like, okay, what's her name? They look her up, track her down, and go and talk to her. She's in her 70s at this point, and she was like, he was my boyfriend in the 50s, and one day he vanished.
People believe that this guy is a time traveler because of the videos that he's been posting. Like this one right here where he says he went to a Taco Bell from 1984.
Guys, I am here in 1984. As you can see behind me, there's Taco Bell. Not lying. Look at this, 1984, guys, Taco Bell.
And then there's this one where he says that he traveled to the 1880s.
I'm in Western times. Let me show you something. Guys, I'm here in 1885 in a little town called Los Angeles. before it became what it is today.
But not everybody believes him, so he went ahead and he posted this video right here where he's able to identify the color of the car before it even drives past him.
For those of you who still do not believe that I'm a time traveler, this is going to be absolute proof that I am. I'm about to prove to you that I've already lived this day and I could pretty much predict everything that's about to happen. Let me show you. White truck, white car. Gray car, white car. Blue car, gray car.
So you have to believe him after that one, okay? And if you still don't, he just posted one a few days ago and this is what he had to say.
Guys, I'm in 2018. You can tell behind me, I'm in Sweet Tomatoes. Check this out. Guys, I'm inside Sweet Tomatoes. Everyone knows all the restaurants closed after COVID and they don't exist anymore. I'm here, guys.
I mean, honestly, it seems real, but then it seems fake at the same time. But I can't pinpoint how it's fake because he's literally in the spot walking around. Let's look at another video because now I'm just a little confused. Because it does.
Yo, you heard Putin trying to take back Alaska? What you mean? The fuck you mean what I mean? I said what I said. Nah, I mean, how you take something back you never had? Oh, that's what you mean. Well, in like 1860 something, Russia had sold Alaska to the United States. Like apparently it was a burden and they didn't want to keep it because it was costing them money, something like that. So they sold it. They didn't want to sell it to Britain because Britain already had most of the territories. And at the time, America didn't have shit. So they was like, all right, let's give it to them. Oh, so like they were trying to diversify. Yeah, diversify. Where the fuck you learned that from? Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang taught me that. Right. I know what you're talking Wu-Tang and Dave Chappelle. Anyway, now fast forward to 1 year ago, Putin signed an order saying something about how the sale of Alaska to the United States was illegitimate. Illegitimate? Illegitimate. Like a baby? Like a newborn baby. God damn. But that don't mean he coming for Alaska, though. The fuck you mean? Hold on. The man is literally in somebody else's country trying to take piece of their country. He took the time to sign an order that said the sale was illegitimate. You don't think that this man is coming for Alaska? Come on now, he's a busy dictator. He's a smart man. Diabolical, but he's a smart man. Oh shit. Do you actually think he wasted time signing an order just for the hell of it? Oh shit. Come on, baby. It's chess, not checkers. Oh, that man is devious. Diabolical. Nefarious. Felonious. Indeed. Now, my only question is, are we gonna give him Alaska so that we can remain peaceful? Or are we gonna fight for Alaska, you know? Man, we ain't giving him shit, man. This is America, the fuck? Oh, we ain't giving up nothing? No, we not giving up nothing. Oh. Okay. Why you saying it like that? Why you saying it like that? Do you know something? You know something? We ain't giving shit back, man. Ain't nobody scared of that shit. Okay. Yo, why you saying it like that? Who the fuck who you looking at? Where you looking at? Why we ain't giving them back nothing. Stop, bro, stop. You for real?
This is crazy. Someone pretended to be Elon Musk on TikTok during a live stream. Take a listen.
This is probably one of my favorite things that we've made at SpaceX. Like, forget the actual rocket. Like, I want everyone to appreciate the laminar flow.
Is this real?
I'm just as real as you and me.
Oh my gosh, okay. So
Elon, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, it's crazy to be on a live with you. Hey man, I'll make it quick. I don't want to take up all the time.
Sure.
you have a mask on?
Maybe.
Oh.
So yeah, creating deepfakes live on a video call or TikTok on live stream to the public is very possible. Obviously you can tell from the hair in the background, but I'm sure if you put more effort into it, people probably couldn't tell. Let me know what you think of this.
You're not going to believe this, but only one of the images behind me is real. The other 5 are completely generated by artificial intelligence. And because AI generated images are everywhere now, we're going to play a little game to see how good you are at determining fact from fiction when it comes to AI generated images. Because as you can tell, it's getting a lot harder than looking for weird hands or any of the other tells from last year. And with major elections happening all over the world this year, it is critical that we heighten our misinformation detecting skills. So I'm going to show you all these images one by one, give you a couple seconds to think about it, and see if you can figure out the real image among these 6. Here's picture number 1. Take it all in. Give it a couple seconds. Picture number 2, let me get out of the way here. Take it all in. AI or real? What do you think? Number 3. Take in all of the details. What can you tell? What would make this real and what would make it AI? Number 4, cute little kindergarten photo. Real or AI generated? What do you think? Number 5, woman walking, people in the background. What does it look like to you? And finally, number 6, let me get out of the way here. Take it all in. Which of these photos, number 1 through 6, is the real photo? Leave your answers and thoughts in the comments and follow for the answer reveal. And in the meantime, share this with others so that they know how easy it is to generate realistic AI images in 2020.
Hey, what's up, fam? So y'all heard about the damn time traveling dude? Man, this dude in Florida got an Airbnb out there. And he seen on the camera a dude go inside the garage with a book bag. When he went inside the garage, he watching on the camera like, what the fuck is this nigga doing in my house? At my house, in my yard, in my garage. He called the police immediately. Like, hey man, go check out what's going on over there at my property. A guy just went in there with a book bag on and my barn. Like, go see. Police go, guess what? Ain't nobody there. Don't find that. Dude is watching the camera the whole entire time. The whole entire time. And how you know it's not fake and ain't no bullshit? He eventually took this Airbnb off of Airbnb as a listing. You ain't about to fuck up your money just for no bullshit attention or the bullshit around. In my opinion, I don't think nobody gonna do that, right? Because even when the little money you gonna make off that video ain't gonna equate to the long-term money you gonna make off that property being listed. So back to the story. Dude ended up not being in there when the police had went to go check. Next thing you know, the bag get deep. The next day, he heard motion, got a motion sensor from his detectors. Dude coming out the same fucking barn that the police checked and he won't in there. As he coming out, guess what? The motherfucker look 30 years older. 30 years of age, but look like the same person. Crazy, right? Then, you know this internet, you know y'all smart as fuck up here. Y'all do y'all research. Y'all know the fuck y'all doing. Y'all actually better than the fucking content creators. Like, y'all better than me. But I admit it. I let y'all know that. Like, some of y'all smarter than me, more talented, more meticulous with your words. But anyways, let's get back to it. Motherfucker came up out of there. People doing facial recognition and scanning and doing research. They come out to find out this is a Miller guy that supposedly died in 2018 that was researching time travel heavily. I'm talking about he was fascinated with time travel. You want to have a conversation with this nigga? This all he talking about is time travel. So he's been studying quantum physics, all this type shit to deal with time traveling, trying to figure it out. And they pinpointed it to look like that's who it looked like. They saying this could possibly be him. And the shit just crazy as hell, man. Because everybody, you know they'll try to take your attention off of some shit like that. Because motherfucker find out we can time travel, it's going to be other smart motherfuckers that look into it and start trying to do it. And motherfuckers going to be around this bitch teleporting like a motherfucker. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Shit get wild, bro. Follow for more. We go.
Nothing like that. The only form of entertainment we have is to read books. And if you're caught reading a book for any other purpose other than educational purposes, it's against the law. The United States, as you know it today, no longer exists. There's no more government. There's no more countries. Every country is under now what's called a corporation. The whole world is basically under 3 major corporations. We are under what's called the Rothschilds Corp. The merger of these 3 corporations changed it all. A company named Gavi, which is a Bill Gates corporation. Amazon, which you have today, which they merge and become Gavazon. And then you've got the Rothschilds Group. Those are your 3 major corporations. So what used to be the bigger nations like United States, Russia, China, they all fall under one corporation, the Rothschilds Corp. We don't celebrate many holidays anymore. We have one known as the Day of the United which was the merger of the three corporations. We have another, which is called the Day of the Caring Ones, which is the first day the robot was online and placed inside of residents' homes. There's a global currency now under the corporation. Everything is done via the bank and via this chip.
I've been in this business for 30 years. I'm stunned, but I'm not surprised. The incident seems to be the story here, right? But the true story, the media knows it is not allowed to tell. Is it a coincidence that the Maui police chief is the same man who was in charge in Las Vegas during that massacre that killed 58 people? Is it a coincidence that the Maui property, owned by million and billionaires, it wasn't touched by the flames while homes of the locals all burned?
What she fails to also mention is how the media hasn't even once interviewed a grieving parent. Not a single parent looking for their children. Not a single interview with a child. Not a single interview with the schools.
Was it a coincidence that the largest system of outdoor emergency sirens in the world never made a sound as the fire devoured Lahaina? Was it a coincidence that at the same time, very same time, all the water was turned off? Was it a coincidence that police were ordered to block off streets and to funnel all the cars trying to escape? Think about this coincidence. That governor also signed an emergency proclamation on July 17th, 3 weeks before the fire, about housing of all things. Is it a coincidence that the government put up a black fence around Lahaina, or that the FAA grounded all drones from flying over the affected areas? Is it a coincidence that since at least 2011 there have been plans to make Maui the first smart city run by 100% renewable energy? And that it must be a coincidence then that the locals whose homes did not burn are now being evicted from their property. And of course, a total coincidence that all the fact checkers who are checking these facts, who say everything I just told you is just a coincidence, are also owned and run by BlackRock.
Thank you, Lisa, for sending me this video, girl. We see each other, but let me just say this. Now, this right here is for the people who don't believe that the news is basically scripted, and it's here to promote an agenda, right? So I've always talked about this. So when I first started my channel, my other channel, which got demonetized, was because I was doing a lot of those videos, and the news, like whenever you use the clip from the news, you can't really use them because it gets demonetized. So anyways, I don't know why, for some reason, for me it does. I'm not sure how other YouTubers are doing it, but for me it does. So anyway, I made a video about this because the whole fire situation have always been like strange to me, and especially because I watched this tarot reader, and she's like the only one that I watch on YouTube because I found I connect with her, right? So I was watching her, and she live in Hawaii. She's Hawaiian. She's Hawaiian. Beautiful, beautiful girl. And she even felt something strange about the whole fire. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm all the way here, and I felt something was strange about it. But she lived there, so she is basically experiencing it in real time, and she thought something was weird about it. So when I made the video about it, about the whole, you know, celebrities doing all these extra things, like our good sis Oprah, who's always in the middle of those things, allegedly. And Dwayne Johnson, isn't he Hawaiian? Isn't he Hawaiian? But to me, what they were doing was like real strange. So I made a video about it, but it got demonetized. So I had to delete it because it was like copyright this, copyright that. But a lot of people on TikTok were talking about this, and I made the video. But anyways, so there's no way to find the video now because it was deleted. But I've always felt something strange about this whole fire. How like the people were saying that the sirens never went off. And the fact that this lady who's supposed to be a news anchor is telling you this lets you know that the news is scripted. The people wear specific colors based on certain things that are happening. If you're in like, if you are, I don't know, studying the occult or learning about stuff like this, you'll know the reason why they'll wear red or blue and all that, right? But I try not to get into it too much because after a while it becomes like, okay, well, you're always looking for something, right? But in my opinion, the news is here. They put the news early in the morning because, you know, your mental is all like, this is the most important thing you have, your brain, right? And where you put your attention, energy goes. So your investing your energy into watching the news in the morning because you want to know what's happening around you, which is good because, you know, you want to make sure to be careful. If there's an accident, you can avoid it, going to work and all that stuff, right? Great. But there's always there's never good news, because the news is supposed to be, it never says it's supposed to be bad news, but it's always bad news, right? Is it just me? Every time you turn on the news, and I don't watch the news anymore. My mom does though. My mom and my brother, his TV never change. It's always on the news, and it's always on. It's always on. Except for the weekends, it's like always music. He plays music really loud, or you can hear it in the driveway. But he doesn't have close neighbors, so it's fine, you know. But my thing is, it's always on the news. And it got to the point where he became one of those people who is like always preparing for the end of the world. And, you know, but it's fine because this is what he's into. But my thing is, the news channels never have good news. It never says that it has to be bad news. The news channel always deliver bad news. There's always some black man unaliving someone down the street. And or there's always this person breaking into somebody else's house, and all of this, a murk that everywhere. It's like, when do you ever hear some good news? The only time they tell you about good news is when someone won the lottery, and then only for them to put a news later, like 6 months later, that the person was unalive. It's so weird. It's so calculated. But when someone who is delivering the news come out, and you can tell she was passionate about it, like this lady is willing to lose it all to tell us this, because she's on national television telling us this, and she's wearing blue. She's wearing blue. But my thing is, she is on national television telling us about this. You can tell of like all the emotion in her voice when she's talking about this, because for her to go off script, you know, to talk about something so serious and actually make allegations of people who are profiting off of this. And I've always heard about the whole smart city, you know, they wanted to create a smart city in Africa, Akon, right? And I'm like, okay, hey, you know, but at the expense of the poor people though, you know, because in the city where I'm from, right, if for example the government wants to start building nicer houses, they used to offer a check to the people. Because they did it a couple times where I'm from, because where we live, it was like a really small city, so then it like built, like they grew it and everything. But if your house was in front of the streets, they would offer you a nice check for your house, and if you felt the check was worth it, you will accept it, and if you don't, you say no, you know, and then they'll just have to build the nice areas around your house. There's this thing I was watching, and I think it's in Japan or China or somewhere, where it's like a highway, and there's this house, this just one strange house, like right in the middle of the highway, like the main highway, literally highway, house, highway, because the person did not want to sell their house, so they decided to keep their house even though it's literally in the middle of the highway, you know. So it's like being in the middle of like I-95, or being in the middle of US 1, and there's a house like straight in the middle of the highway, the cars have to go around the house. Strange. Anyways, I thought it was pretty cool. But my thing is, instead of paying the people to move out, or if they don't want to move out, build around them, because clearly they've been here way before you. And the island, the energy of the island, the people who have been buried there, maybe the people don't want to leave their loved ones. I was watching this show, I think on Netflix, where they wanted to kick the people out to build, but then they had a cemetery there, and they didn't want to leave their loved ones, which I understand because it's sacred, you know. So they decided to do a whole lot of stuff to avoid having to leave their loved ones, to, you know, especially because of the cemetery that was there. So they ended up doing a whole riot, and the whole town came together, and everybody, you know, tell their stories about how beautiful, and, you know, that mushmouth story, but very touching. Anyway, so they decided to keep the island because it was so important to the people. So maybe the people who stayed there did not want to leave. You know, so they decided, okay, well, since you don't want to leave, we'll take this check that we're giving you. We're just going to cause y'all all to perish, in my opinion. You know, especially after this lady confirming that this, because look, I know AI can be very scary and a lot of stuff can look real and it's not even real, but this lady, I feel like I've seen her before in the news. I feel like I've seen her before because she looked like someone that would be on Fox. You know, she got the face, and I don't know, I feel like I've seen her once or twice. I walk by the TV when my mom's watching the news, I see this lady talking. I don't know, maybe she is AI, but I've been thinking this for a while, ever since the whole thing came out and Oprah was out there on the ground delivering pillows to the people. Delivering pillows to the people, and apparently the people who were safe on the other side allegedly could not go and help. I don't know, it was just a bunch of stuff was happening with the money and the water and, you know, the food. The people were just receiving pillows. It was just a bunch of strange stuff. I don't remember everything that happened because it happened so long ago. When I did make a video about it, unfortunately I couldn't post it, but yeah, it was just really strange that this whole thing happened the way that it happened, the whole fire. And then Dwayne Johnson wanted to donate some money and he was asking his fans to donate money. What's up with celebrities who have all this money always asking their quote-unquote poor fans, because they won't stop to let you know that you're poor and that your life means absolutely nothing to them, but then they want all your little money, like Beyonce, allegedly. That's why her concerts be like $3,000, you know, $3,000 for a ticket, excuse me, for like 3 hours. That's like driving down 95, I keep referring to 95, and throwing $3,000 to the air. Because you could listen to the same songs on the radio and on TV, on YouTube for free. Okay? And what's it called? You can listen to the same songs and watch Beyonce. And I get it, people want the experience and all this good stuff. But $3,000 though. Look, Beyonce wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. I say this all the time.